I wanted to show you guys this one video I saw. Or I wanted to watch it because people were talking about it last time. Schoolboy 9, what the fuck is it called? Hold on, I sent it to a home screenshot earlier. But I did want to watch it because apparently it was creepy as shit. Smart Schoolboy 9. Have you guys heard about that? Smart Schoolboy 9. Apparently some weird shit, bro. Some really weird. Did 10 million views in a month. It's creepy? I want to know, but I honestly feel like I should smoke weed for this one. I don't think I should just do it by itself. Dude, there was comments. What did I see? Where did I see it? I read a comment. It said, you know, a video is so disturbing when you got half of the comment section begging for an ad. Isn't that crazy? Oh, should I turn the light? It's weird like that. Okay, yeah, no, I almost did that wrong, Speed Demon. Yeah, I would never do that shit in my life. I would never harass people in the street. No, that's not it, bro. I honestly can't believe Yeet and Ian are dropping on the same day, bro. I honestly can't believe it. Don't Google that shit. I just did. Well, I'm gonna Google it. I want to see Smart Schoolboy 9. What comes up when you Google it? Yeah, I could roll up and smoke. Okay, let's do both. Oh, snap. It's literally my biggest enemy, bro. An online document suggests that the individual has used a Smart Schoolboy 9 account to interact with children's Instagram posts, including comments that are intended to befriend the children. So it's pretty much a weird fucking 59 years old. God damn. A super. Oh my god. And this is what he looks like. Now, hang on now. Oh no. He needs to be 6 feet under. What are we thinking, chat? 6, 7, 8 feet? How many feet under? Under. That's not a lot. Fucking no. Low-key not even scary, just a pedo. But it's probably like, because I heard even the first second of the video. Listen. You know what I'm saying? Like they making it with the creepy fucking background, bro. That's what they going for here. You really guys turn the lights off for this? The lights got to be off for this video? I'm with whatever. Remember I turned the lights off for that one scary game? I did get a good scream in that one, though. Lights out? It's like that? Really? Okay. Say less. I got you, brother. Boom. Hang on now. I gotta get my tray, too. Oh, it's right here. Everything's here. Be blessed. Be blessed. You're a douchebag for not coming, by the way. Come on. Go. Come on. You're a douchebag. Chat was asking about you. You didn't come. You made me look fucking stupid as shit. Come here. Say hello. Say hey to chat. She was just laying on the floor like a cute little baby. Like a cute little baby. Alright, you didn't ruin my clothes. Ow. Alright, chat. Let's watch this weird ass shit. Oh shit, Spore and Chipegg, thank you so much, brothers. I appreciate y'all. Alright, here we go. Y'all ready? I should bulk or keep cutting? Keep cutting, bro. Keep fucking cutting. Oh, fuck, you're right, internet kid. Gotta get a retreat. I'm gonna give it to her, though. I'm gonna just give it to her, though. We don't got time for the sit, down, stay, paw, other paw. Don't worry, just give her a treat. Boom. We don't got time for that shit right now. We gotta watch this weird-ass little video. Hey, are you actually drunk, bro? Are you actually? What's crazy if we were all 17, 13 watching them and now we just smoking on stream with them. It is crazy, bro. Shepeg, what the fucking gifted. We this much closer, bro. We this much fucking closer to 1 million subscribers on Twitch. Appreciate you, bro. It's not the same actual beanie. It's the same type of beanie. I have hella of these beanies. It's not the same one. It's not like the exact same one. You know what I'm saying? That'd be weird. Shift Jack, thank you for the gifted, my boy. We even that much closer now, dog. All right, let's go. You ready? Let's see this little weird ass video. Certified yapper.
Pretending to be kids. I came across a reel randomly, and it's led me down this weird rabbit hole of people using AI or dressing up pretending to go to school. They all seem to have high heels, check images in them. Is this an age play thing or something more sinister? Literally anything helps as I keep trying to look for answers. This post was made to the subreddit r/Instagram by the user numerouscut792 on April 15, 2024. It featured screenshots of 3 bizarre-looking Instagram pages they had encountered earlier that day, with OP expressing concern that something truly disturbing was happening with these users. And those in the thread agreed. What the actual fuck? Found all of them and blocked them all. Truthsticks11 is seriously creepy to me. I've been trying to find more about them but can hardly find anything. Very weird account to say the least. The 3 accounts apparently belong to 3 different children. However, when combing through their posts, the content seems to imply something much more bizarre was afoot. Something truly disturbing. This post would be the start of a story that would eventually be picked up and shared all across the online world, becoming one of the more notorious internet mysteries in recent memory, as these accounts revealed an unending rabbit hole that is still being traversed to this
I don't
very
think kids
day,
should be on social
in
media
an
any way,
ongoing
shape, or form.
investigation into one of
Personally,
the most depraved oddities ever found on Instagram. This is the emerging story of Smart Schoolboy 9.
1, 2, 3, 4. School. I hope you like these photos. School is good. Really good.
oh, you stupid hoe. Sorry, chat. Yeah, like minimum age 16 for the internet. You're watching a weird video, bro.
Before we get too far down this rabbit hole, I want to first thank today's sponsor, AG1.
We're not doing this
AG1
right now.
helped that I'm out of it. Great for my one screen. Beautiful boy, an account looked after by me, a degree-educated mother choosing to stay anonymous. This was the bio of the first account pictured in the Reddit post, an account named Truthsticks11, which was said to be operated by a 12-year-old boy and his mother. Back in October of 2021, the duo would make their very first post, kicking things off on a somewhat concerning note, though not for their own page, but instead another account on the platform.
So, that's the account run by a man pretending to be a boy.
The video was created and posted by the mother for the sole purpose of warning others of a specific user who had been posing as a child online when in actuality he was a grown man who did this in order to get close to and exploit other children across the platform. It's the grim reality of this online world, as predators will do just about anything to get closer to children, and it's a reality often unrealized or even ignored by parents, which makes it almost refreshing that this mother was out here trying to raise awareness. These posts would become the crux of the account early on. They would call out this user and their many accounts again and again, eventually going more in depth about what this person would actually do, claiming that they had a strange perversion to dressing up as a young schoolboy. Does he wish he were a young boy in a school classroom, looking nice and being successful at school? Yes. This theme of calling out online predators would remain consistent throughout the years on Truthsticks11. However, after some time, the mother behind the account began to use the page for its initially intended purpose, to share photos of her son. The photos began reasonably normal, and would show this young boy studying at school, accepting awards from their principal, and even school presentations in which their son had attended, with the captions often boasting about how intelligent the young boy was. Though over time, the photos began to grow
It's like he trying his best to make this shit creepy as fuck, bro.
They looked off, almost as if they were AI generated. And on top of this, they began
These are
to
just
appear
weird.
heavily edited in an almost inexplicable manner, with deep red lipstick often
Weird,
being added,
bro.
which was enunciated by his face being turned pure white. This unsettling trend would continue from here, as with
What
each
the
passing
fuck?
post, the photos grew less authentic and more surreal.
10 feet under, bro. You need to be 10 feet under.
Until they became straight up disturbed, even sickening. These bizarre edits spilled over past just the images too, as the posts began to appear as disjointed collages, often showcasing multiple grotesque images and paragraphs about how much this user loved school. And this wasn't the only shift either. At some point, the son behind the account began posting content that allegedly came directly from him, saying things like, "My really cool mom asked me if I'd like to post, and I said, yes please." He even shared supposed videos that he had filmed of himself, which were equally as unconvincing as his photos, and somehow even more chilling.
It's a Diddy's alt account.
The boy even shows off his singing in one of the clips.
But this guy's given like a pedo version of Luca Magnotta. Like, I don't know if you guys ever watched the Don't Fuck with Cats documentary, but the way Luca Magnotta was like posting pictures, they were all like weird and off and edited and it's like creepy in a way, you know? Like the same shit with this one, but he's like a pedo version of Luca Magnotta. So weird, bro.
Though
How do you
their
even
voice
make a video like
sounds
this though?
Off. The account was overall anonymous.
So this is his account. Beautiful boy, an account looked after by me, a degree-educated mother choosing to stay anonymous. Good original written work, advice, and compassion. This is the person? Yeah, Lucas started with killing cats and he started killing people. I actually remember it when I was like a little kid and I saw it on the news that somebody was sending dead body parts to people in Parliament or something like that. I like remember that when I was a little kid. But then when I grew up, I knew exactly what that was, which is crazy. Because remember, I'm from Canada. That happened in like either Ottawa or Quebec, one or the other. Or he was in Quebec or he sent it to Ottawa. I don't know. Something like that. But I remember seeing it on the news when I was a kid.
And extremely
He's from
and though this content was visually alarming,
Scarborough,
another
Stratford,
aspect
someplace
made it
like that.
even more so concerning, as over time, many of the images began to
Yeah,
resemble
it was Luka Doncic.
CP, showcasing these fake AI children in explicit positions, with their faces sometimes even being photoshopped.
Oh, you
onto
know what? There
scantily
probably
dressed
is a
adult
cam delay
bodies.
because of the lighting. Let me see. Oh my god. It is so laggy. Even on my OBS, it's laggy, which is normally instant. Wait, this is laggy as shit. Look, look. I'm gonna put my hand up. Oh, that was like 2 seconds behind. God damn. This bitch is slow. If I turn, nah, I'm gonna leave the light off. But damn.
One thing is blatantly obvious about the Truth Sticks account. The supposed child behind it is not real. Even in the more passable photos at the very beginning, there's evidence to suggest that these were likely AI as well. And based on the disturbed, borderline illegal
can't even
content
see this
that this
good
page
leaf or not,
featured,
bro.
it seemed more than likely that whoever was behind this page was not an innocent mother concerned for the welfare of other children, but instead, a predatory individual themselves. And this wasn't their only account. The second page featured on the Reddit post belonged to a user named GirlChloe12 and bore striking similarities to Truth Sticks. The page was also supposedly run by a child and monitored by their parent. Bizarrely, they also posted frequently about the dangers of online predators, with the wording of these posts and the editing being essentially the exact same as Truth Sticks, just not as over the top. These two
Bring your
accounts
phone with
even
you, Gooter.
frequently interacted
Bring your
with
phone,
each
bro.
other, thus providing a substantial link on its own. But by far the most compelling link between these pages is one that is easy to miss at a glance, with that being a blatant obsession with high-heeled mini boots.
Oh, hell no.
These shoes were mentioned or shown
An
in
old man
virtually
obsessed with the
every
high
single
heels?
post made by
It's
these
cooked.
two users.
You gotta go.
At playtime, I'm sometimes running around with my really cool heeled footwear I wear with my uniform. After coming home from school, education isn't over for the day once the blue blazer, gray jersey, neat tie, white shirt, tailored close-fit gray trousers, and black heeled mini boots are in the wardrobe. No matter what they discussed, school uniforms and mini boots were always a talking point, which adds confirmation to something that is already becoming apparent. This is fetish content, not too unlike the bizarre accounts in the Pipergate rabbit hole. Fetish content centered around children. And what makes the Chloe account so disturbing is that AI was seemingly not used, and rather the images seem to be of actual children. Despite this disturbing distinction, these two accounts are cut from the same cloth, and all signs point to them being created by the same person. A person who, despite their constant warnings of the dangers of adults pretending to be children online...
I don't want to spoil it for myself, but I'm like curious. I mean, I'll ask the question I want to ask at the end, I guess, because I know he probably will get arrested. They know who he is. I saw on like Google Images and shit. But did he actually ever do anything, or is this all this like internet weird fetish creepy pedo type shit? But like, did he ever actually like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'll watch the whole thing.
seems to be doing.
So I just want to know
the
what
exact
level of
same
hate should I
thing
have for this
as
man
part
right
of
now, even
some
though it's
sort
very
of
very high right now.
fetish, the extent of which we'll discuss.
Then you're as high as you
later.
can go.
But for now, one thing was for
Oh, and my
certain,
food's 4
these
minutes
pages
away?
were not run
We
by
up?
children or
I'm not gonna
their
want to eat to this
parents.
shit though.
So who created them? Well, that brings us to our third and final account.
No,
shown
no,
in
no.
that initial
Trust me, I'm
post.
with you, internet kid. Trust me, I'm with you.
Smart Schoolboy 9 was much the same as the other two accounts.
I just know that's
They
not what
warned
they
of
do,
online
unfortunately.
predators, obsessed over high-heeled mini boots and school uniforms, and posed as a child despite clearly not being one.
Strap him
But
to a
Smart
nuke.
Schoolboy was different in one key aspect. The person behind the account was pretending to be a child, but they were doing so in a much more apparent manner, as they didn't use AI or stolen images of other kids to form their identity, and instead,
But that
they
looks
used
worse.
photos
The fuck?
of themselves. In the images posted on the account, we see what appears to be a fully grown man, dressed in a schoolboy's uniform. His face is painted pure white and has bright red lipstick.
Oh
and
my
he's, of
God, I do
course,
remember that
wearing
gooder.
high-heeled mini boots. Characteristics that were all utilized across the other accounts. Only this time, it was done on himself, as he poses as a child.
Wait, what did I
pretending
miss?
to go to school wearing high-heeled.
I was looking at chat. Hold on, hang on now.
Fully grown man, dressed in a schoolboy's uniform.
Oh,
His
hell
face is
no.
painted pure white and has bright red lipstick, and he's of course wearing high-heeled mini boots. Characteristics that were all utilized across the other accounts, only this time it was done on himself.
To be honest, like, are we surprised he looks like that? All I'm gonna say is whenever I see those school shooter pictures come up, all I say is we gotta profile people more. Like, I'm not for like racism or stereotyping or anything, but sometimes when it fits a certain description, I say we run with it.
As he
Just stop
poses as a
looking like
child,
that.
pretending to go to
We all
school,
know what those
as well as
fucking
pretending
people
to
look
go
like,
to
so it's
other
like, stop
friends
looking like that then, bro.
for preteens.
Like, if somebody got like a pedo stash, why are you gonna rock it knowing it's a pedo stash? You know what I'm saying? Just get rid of the fucking pedo stash. We all know what a pedo stash is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Photos aren't even the most
don't
disturbing
fit the
part,
profile then.
as the account consists primarily of videos.
But we got a profile sometimes. Oh, I do, bro. I swear to God, I call out pedophiles all the time. Like, pedo. But I also do live in California, so they are everywhere. But I always know. There's one in my building, bro. And I can also tell someone's gonna be a pedo.
Let me know if you like school as well.
Oh, hell no!
The videos are all incredibly
Does he have
off-putting.
fucking, like, saran
Some
wrap
show
over his
him
face?
arriving
What the fuck's
home from
happening here?
school.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I do not like this, bro. I like weird, but this isn't the weird I like. I'm not a fan. I want to kill him. I do.
School.
Others show him claiming to be on the bus heading
I don't
towards
like that
school.
people like this exist, unfortunately.
Okay. Yes, I'm on the school bus.
And other
Such a
videos show him
liability, bro.
doing whatever this is. With these strange sounds and the process of sticking his tongue out appearing to be part of his fetish. As much like the other accounts, his content is overtly sexual, in its own bizarre way.
But this is why I find puppies way cuter than like babies, because a baby could turn out to be something like this. The odds of a puppy turning out to be anything like this is 0%. So that's why I will forever stand by puppies over babies. Understand? Okay.
In fact, there's a video of him with his full outfit on, where he shows himself staring into a mirror as he appears to pleasure himself, right out of view of the camera, as he stares into his own eyes.
He's like valid.
This account is by far the most sickening part of this whole rabbit hole, and also the most important. Interspersed throughout his page are a few examples of what this individual's voice sounds like,
This is quite good.
which just so happens to be the same voice heard in the very
Then
first
give
clip
Hala.
shown on the Truth Sticks account.
Man,
Oh my god, is he Arabic? He better not be Arabic.
to be a boy.
Meaning that this full-grown adult man is the one behind this entire rabbit hole. He's the one on these accounts pretending to be a child and their mother, getting some sort of sick satisfaction from whatever this is. And the worst part is, these activities aren't just kept behind closed doors.
Thank you,
As
Ledge.
you see on numerous occasions,
FaZe rain, bitch.
I love you, Ledge. Thank you, brother.
videos of him walking around outside in a public space, with his full outfit and face paint on.
Oh god.
Look at me.
So nobody just saw him in the street and
It's
started
truly
beating his
one of the
ass?
strangest things that I've ever seen, and making sense of what this all is extremely difficult.
Bro,
but
what
based
the
on the
fuck?
information found from this first Reddit post, a few likely conclusions can be put forward. This man is clearly attracted to the idea of being a kid, and I think OP was correct when they speculated that this was some sort of age play thing, but it's also clearly much more than that too, as based on the images that he's created himself, he clearly has some sort of attraction to other children as well, as he's quite literally created faux CP, the likes of which is so disturbing that
It
I
did
can't
give
even
the
really
UK.
describe it here either. He's creating fetish content, and he's using the likeness of children, and also some children that are clearly very real people, to do so. That much is obvious. But there was also the possibility that he was pretending to be a kid in order to exploit other children across the internet. At this point though, this was merely speculation, with much of the Smart Schoolboy 9 case remaining a mystery, and the rabbit hole was only getting deeper from here. Months after this rabbit hole was introduced to the online world, the story began to be shared all across the internet, most notably on the r/internet mysteries subreddit, where the case really took off. There, internet sleuths began uncovering just how vast this web of accounts actually was, as it wasn't just these 3 pages. No, there seemed to be over a dozen, and likely even more that we still haven't found, as he's created his own sort of community, his own little world, where across each page he pretends to be a child, with these accounts typically following each other and frequently interacting, seemingly to make these characters appear as though they have real friends. On one of these pages, 12 Stockwell Joanne, he poses as a 14-year-old girl, using more AI images to depict explicit positions of this manufactured child, which I obviously am not going to show here, though much like his Chloe account, he also shows images of very real young girls. But this isn't the most concerning part of this account.
This makes me
As
feel
on-
like X-Man Brody.
Thank
Thank you for the 2 months, brother. This makes me feel like the guy who made Salad Fingers more or less got to be a pedo. I don't know why. This is giving some salad. Even the way he talks, it's giving Salad Fingers. You know what I'm saying? Like all that weird deranged stuff. It's right there on the line, bro. So I don't know.
numerous occasions, he's shown images of children at a playground, which he may have taken himself. This fantasy of being a schoolgirl and taking part in these school-centric activities is something carried over throughout multiple of his accounts, with his most common alias being Stephanie, of which he has numerous different accounts featuring that same name.
Yeah, I'm Stephanie.
Yeah, what?
This Stephanie character claims to be a 12-year-old aspiring poet, with accounts all across the internet, many of which showcasing examples of her poetry, which carries on those same distinct sexual undertones. I race to complete my poems when I've got an early start. Heart racing, mixed rhythms, maximizing miracles, rice with rap, and on the map. My Kennington, London syllables. Dancing though I know my underwear might show if I lean forward. Good. Stephanie Stansfield, 12. But digging even
Wait,
deeper,
what?
her poetry has even seemingly been featured in various articles and even newspapers.
How the hell you know that, Gooter? Wait, how do you guys know that? Why'd you both say that? Why'd you both say there's a food here? How the fuck do you guys know that? How do you guys know what I got? Did I say it? Oh, damn. You're right. Sorry, I hit the blunt one time. I completely forgot. It actually should be outside. Let me check. Should be. Whatever, I'll keep playing. 1 second.
Showcasing that this rabbit hole extends far past
I'm
just
good.
the online world. This act is clearly their obsession, and he's been doing this for years, with the earliest examples that I could find coming from all the way back in 2018. And this Stephanie character seems to be his go-to alias. And
Shut your whole ass up.
in the literal
Shut up.
sense.
Shut up. Okay?
As in one of his many pages dedicated to this Stephanie character.
Oh, snap. I
he
unplugged my
dresses
headset.
as her, wearing a
Wait, I have the
wig
wrong
and dress,
headset on.
as he pretends to be a 12
Wait, I tripped over the wrong headset. That's fucking retarded.
First, I want to talk to you about 8 Sleep, whose pod technology can be added to your existing mattress.
And there's an ad? Oh my god.
Almost immediately after this case began gaining traction, the true magnitude of this rabbit hole was revealed. Across every single account are countless depraved posts and oddities that all could warrant discussion, but by far the most important discoveries were those that didn't actually occur on his own page, and rather the pages of other actual children. Do you like school? I do. It is good. You have some cool shirts, but I have to wear school uniforms to school. It is nice, but casual isn't allowed, and it's quite hot here in the UK, as the month of June suddenly got warmer. These are two examples out of many that show Smart Schoolboy 9 reaching out and attempting to befriend young children online. In one comment, he even warns a child about other comments from bad people, stating that, "It happens to most boys in our age group, but stay safe, stay cool, don't be dismayed by creeps." This is our best evidence that these accounts weren't just made for age play. No, he's actually posing as a child in order to make friends with other children. And given his overtly sexual interests and aversion to CP, it's not hard to gather why he was doing this. And these examples are only what we've found so far. It's possible that there are dozens, or who knows, maybe even hundreds of other comments out there hidden on unknown children's accounts. This is predatory behavior. The man behind Schoolboy 9 is a predator. In case there was still any
Lethal, my dog. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate 39 months.
doubt of whether or not this was a sexual thing, here's what he had to say about being a 13-year-old girl. But have his tactics actually worked? Well, the frightening thing is, no one knows if he's actually been successful or not, or even what specifically he's looking for. We just know that he's trying to reach kids, as evidenced not only by his comments, but by the fact that he's solely following children on all of these pages. And though it's easy to look at these accounts and know that something is off, for children, it's not that simple, especially when there's pages showcasing photos of actual kids. Which brings up another frightening detail. Many of the images he's used of children have not been traced back to their original creator, and some seem to appear for the very first time online publicly on this man's pages, which might mean that he was sent them privately. There's even one image that David posted on his Schoolboy account, which shows another kid that he claimed to be on a playdate with, though it's impossible to say if this is real or not. For now, we just don't know for sure. Though given the fact that he's reaching out to children, posting fetish content centered around children, and has even potentially photographed kids in the wild, one thing is for certain: Smart Schoolboy 9 needs to be stopped. Finding this man and reporting him to law enforcement quickly became the top priority for those investigating the case. And luckily, he left several glaring clues behind that made this process a whole lot easier. On numerous occasions across his many pages, he would post images and videos of specific locations, even showing streets and mentioning very particular areas in his poems, all of which centered around the London area, immediately giving us an idea of where he was located. And that wasn't all. I mentioned how the alias of Stephanie was one that he used more so than any other, but what's interesting is that there was another name used just as often across his accounts, brought up time and time again, though it's a name that he never seemed to call any of his characters. Instead, he simply referred to this person as a stepbrother, or a father, or even a friend from school, despite never actually picturing him, just mentioning his name: David. And sure enough, after connecting a few dots, it would be revealed that this person's actual name was in fact David. David Alter.
Oh yeah, that's what I read.
With the man being 59 years old.
God damn.
At the moment, it doesn't appear that David has any past criminal convictions or documented history of this behavior, but we do know that thanks to the investigation done on Reddit and Discord, he is currently being investigated by local authorities, which will hopefully put an end to his online behavior and shine some more light on who this person actually is.
What?
As for the time being, the only other information that we really know about David is that he likes to write poetry and he makes music.
I think I hear a running tram going back in time, not out of kind. I think I like a little lemon and lime. Say Marianne, hey Steely Dan, I like the sound of that running tram.
And his name also appears in a random newspaper, where he's discussing the importance of kids wearing school uniforms. And that's really all we have at the moment. Though there is one very important aspect that we have yet to talk about in relation to this man, with that being David's mental state. Some believe that David is a mentally unwell individual who potentially doesn't know the extent of what they are doing. Now, even if this is the case, his behavior still needs to be stopped, and he needs to be given proper help to assure that no one else gets hurt by his actions. But it is important to note that David is far more intelligent than—
This guy's too politically correct. You mean he needs to die? I think that's what you mean, my friend.
than he lets on, as his personal accounts show us that he is fairly well spoken and articulate. And throughout his problematic content, most of his bad grammar and strange verbiage seems to be his attempts at more authentically trying to replicate a child. But it's impossible to know for sure. But what we do know is that David is extremely manipulative, with his response to this situation and other clues littered across his accounts showing us that he seems to know what he's doing, and he knows that it's wrong.
For all the people
Since the
that had
exposure
to
of
go
David's
and watch
accounts,
all the
he
shit to
hasn't
put together all the evidence, like the people from Discord and Reddit, like that is so much weird shit they had to look at. Imagine even the guy that put together this video, the amount of weird shit he had to see and all these screenshots and everything he put in, like, god damn, that is so much weird shit to have to like watch. Later, have a good night, brother. I love you, dog.
Would. Instead, he's actually responded on more than a few occasions, lashing out to those who have DM'd him, calling them the perverts and predators. He even left a comment on his Joanne account seemingly directed at himself, writing, "You are really sad, and if that's your name, David, be honest with yourself. You're 50, as you said elsewhere. You reply to me, a girl, as if I'm your buddy? No chance ever." This is something David does all the time. It's projection, and it started all the way back at the beginning of this rabbit hole.
So, that's the account run by a man pretending to be a boy.
And he continued posting these predator exposés, along with other warnings about predators on the internet across every page he made, each of which being hyper-specific to his own predatory ways and fetishes.
Oh, why aren't they texting me back? Are they mad at me? Do they not like me anymore? I'm scared to ask for beer.
The things he accuses others of are blatant projections of his own dark vices. And I can think of two reasons why. Number one, that this makes his account look safer to other parents and children. It gives the appearance that he's not another internet creep because he's actively calling them out. It's a way to build trust in order to befriend and exploit kids. And number two, he knows what he's doing is wrong. And this is his bizarre way of self-reporting, probably to make himself feel better about what he's doing. And it's obvious based on just how accurate these claims against others are to him. Does he wish he were a young boy in a school classroom looking nice and being successful at school? Yes. And these claims are made over and over again, as each time he calls someone out, he's further exposing himself, which becomes more concerning when you realize that these projections seemingly aren't strictly pedophilic. Within those eerily familiar expose posts he made on TruthSticks11, he mentions how this user not only wanted to exploit children online, but they wanted to kill them as well, as he mentions that this user has a
What is he saying about he wants to kill them? Suggests his fetish extends his thoughts of killing in ritual, and 34 AC indicates that 34 other pedophiles that he and they are active in their accounts. Eventually, as he lacks photos of the boy, his followers notice something is wrong using the same photo many times and trying to add photos of other boys. The arrogant man pretending to be a boy cannot pretend arrogance is a substitute for common sense. This was from 2021? God damn.
Clear interest in cannibalizing kids, and even performing ritualistic sacrifices on them. And based
I
on
didn't
how
want it to
accurate
get
all of the
crazier
other
at all.
exposures are to himself, I have no reason to believe that this isn't part of his MO as well, as crazy as that may sound. This also seems to coincide with some of the content he's posted that I can't show you, as some of these photos show children edited in contorted positions, including some where he's added what appears to be rope to give the illusion that they're tied up. And what makes this even more disturbing is that on his accounts he's posted numerous photos in the vicinity of schools, on nearby secluded trails, and even some where he discusses what time school starts and ends, saying that he likes to be awake and ready for it. There's even photos that show other children outside from a distance, almost as if David was stalking them. This is highly concerning. Even if we don't know truly how low this man's perversions get, he is still far too close to children, which is perfectly encapsulated by this photo of him on a school playground during the day. And with his disturbing desires, I don't even want to imagine what he's capable of. Which brings us to the final piece of content that I need to talk about. Chasing another boy running in heeled mini boots. This was the text shown on screen during a short video posted onto one of David's many accounts. And in the video, we see the man pointing the camera at himself, showing his full face of white makeup and red lipstick.
What?
This video is edited more egregiously than any others I've seen across his page, with multiple explicit images and huge emojis covering the majority of the screen. Though just barely enough of the footage can be seen that shows David as he turns the camera around, revealing a young boy. Who he then proceeds to chase after, giggling all the while. Whether this was an edited video or a real occurrence, we don't currently know. David's doings are a mystery that will take some time to unravel, and my hope is that law enforcement will be able to follow through and help shed some more light on this individual, and finally put an end to his twisted behavior. But at this point, only one thing is for sure. The story of Smart Schoolboy 9 is far from over.
What is it? It's for the past few weeks. For the past few weeks. This was uploaded a month ago. Any fucking update? So I'm assuming it's cooked now. It's over, right? And then Buddy puts in credits. No. How the fuck does this end, bro? Like, what's happening right now? Is he in jail right now? Is he dead right now? What's going on? Oh, hang on. Mudahar. Help.
Ripped up tissue paper.
Let us know.
Can't be a solution. If you want a skin close shave that doesn't take it too far, go with.
So basically, all that's changed is a tweet that led nowhere and a fake voicemail. Cheers. Is that the spoiler for the whole video?
Gals, me Mudahar, and today we're finishing off the old trilogy of Smart Schoolboy 9 on the internet. Accounts on which made an entire joke of this actual investigation. And again, when you start to look at how popular this topic was, increased discussions and concerns on social media, copycat accounts have emerged, and videos relating to this issue are circulating in some schools. And that has caused fear and anxiety amongst younger children who've been exposed to this harmful content. So yeah, instead of this actually being a serious investigation, a bunch of kids are just sharing this around like the neighborhood boogeyman at this point. He's become effectively a boogeyman instead of an actual, investigative, instead of this being...
He was not live on TikTok. Like, the actual guy...
A real investigation. It's turned into...
The actual guy...
Before somebody says, Muda, how do you know this? I would bet both my testicles and every dollar in my bank account that this was not actually Smart Schoolboy 9 in this situation. This is somebody who he sat down with and had a little, fake interview with just for the internet clout over here. But again, one thing that gets even weirder out there is to show you the amount of evidence being shared around is one of the big finds about 5 days ago was apparently the voicemail right here. Very weird. Found this on their phone number, okay? So listen to this shit right here.
Hi, how are you? Now, if you need to, leave a nice message, but if it's a nasty message, you'll be reported. Bye.
That was apparently the voicemail right there. Now, I have no idea if that is Smart Schoolboy 9 or fucking Peppa Pig. To be honest with you, it could be either or. And again, when it comes out to people who are like, wait, what is the actual proof in this situation? Thankfully, because of people covering it, and I'm going to be honest, I want to just say my coverage on this, basically telling people to be upfront and, questioning everything. Somebody writes, could be fake, no proof, it's exactly his, could just be somebody pretending. It's a very good impression if so. If it's fake, it would have to be done with AI. No, there's some pretty good impressionists out there, okay? Don't think that was that
true.
Great. Now, one of the things I never covered was like something known as this mask theory, for instance, okay? So one individual basically comes out and says, they took 5 photos and they thought that they could be wearing like this half face mask, right? So they basically look around like the chin lines over here, the mask outline as they claim, and basically say that one of the reasons he's not identified as this lower half of the face could actually just be like a mask. That potentially has made identifying this person difficult. Now look, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the Smart Schoolboy 9 story has effectively come to an... God, you know what I hate the most is when you can't sneeze.
I was about to say, was he just like trying to sneeze there? What the fuck did I just watch? Okay, so let's sneeze.
Places like TikTok, where literally, other than a few people constantly still speculating about this or producing what appears to be an actual piece of AI material. Like, I've seen enough AI to know that easily could just be AI video. Yeah, there's not really much to go off of, okay? It's an investigation that ultimately didn't really have a whole lot of legs. arguably the only actual place where there is any form of investigation with actual, I guess, care being put into it probably would be places like literally the Kiwi farms, where at least in this situation, one of the users is like, Reddit's bungled pulp. Mall cop investigation has forced me to create an account after lurking for years. Thanks, Reddit. I hate it. I think the strongest link we have into SSB's real life is, again, that Ethelred Estate, which I talked about last time, the Facebook group that basically got sent just piles of shit pictures onto it. Great work, by the way. Amazing stuff, trolls. It's inarguable that he lived there and continued his fixation to present day. Even a cursory Google for this, place brings up articles with comments for an account known as Stephanie Stansfield.
Thanks, Yumato. I appreciate you, dog.
Back in 2019. So then they start bringing up a potential lead is finding things like the electoral record. And of course, you get into more situations where, again, they actually start to look at real records, real news articles, a lot more work than Reddit or really any other group. Even the police seem to have done in this situation. Now, at the end of all of this, one of the things that I still like to maintain from the first time I've ever covered and researched this rabbit hole is obviously there's images of these children being edited and
Gotcha, my boy, hit me.
It really seems like those belong to real children whose images
I don't know where he is,
off
bro.
of the internet and has been used by this, creepy guy to basically, edit around and share on their own social media platforms. And the thing about it is, obviously, I don't think there's any illegality to it. But obviously it is very creepy. I don't really go with the whole thing where, as long as it's legal, it's completely 100% ethically okay. No, there's serious ethical issues with just sharing around photos of children, especially edited around. There's a weird nature to it, almost fetishistic, that I really feel like if the law enforcement isn't looking into, maybe platforms should look into and directly intervene. Like I've always said, when it comes to children...
I agree, because a lot of people will be like, well, if he didn't technically do anything and he was just sending photos, it's like, motherfucker, he's telling you right now he's a threat. Get rid of him. Why? That's what I want to say about California law. Sometimes, like, if they know there's a pedophile and they have to wait for him to actually do something when they know he's already a pedophile and he had intentions to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why watching those streams of Vitaly when he was out here in Cali were driving me crazy, bro. Because pedophiles get away with everything out here. I wonder fucking why. God damn.
Uploading any photos of minors in your family on the internet, and even if their photos get uploaded to like a government site, like a public school website where you just have like a random child being shown, and it's a completely innocuous photo. The problem is there's always creepy individuals who will just take that information and go to town with it. And it's one of those things where obviously I really feel like, if you have children in your life, probably shouldn't ever share them around on the internet or put them on there or social media in general. Just because there's weird people like this that will probably use their likeness and just share it around, and those kids will just end up being parts of these rabbit holes completely without that consent. And realistically, in this situation, I think it's up to the social media platforms to probably jump into it and maybe remove these accounts that Smart Schoolboy 9 owns, or lock them down. YouTube will oftentimes intervene for channels that take advantage of children. And I really feel like in this situation, Smart Schoolboy 9 has taken advantage of children's likenesses. Now, the other thing is obviously it's very serious if this guy has ever interacted with children in a private fashion, like sent them a DM. Ultimately, that is up to law enforcement to discover. Not just law enforcement, but obviously even the platform holders themselves. So honestly, if you see creepy behavior like this, the best thing you literally can do is report it to your social media platform that you see it on. And honestly, if you're interacting with the police in this situation, probably
vigilanteism. Is that a word? Be a vigilante. That's the best thing to do.
You probably should be professional. No trolling, no wild speculation, and make sure you have like case numbers on hand, okay? That's pretty much the best advice.
That's literally what I'm fucking saying, Slacker. We all got to be Batman and just handle it, bro. I'm telling you, one day I'm going to work on my cult and I'm going to get it made. And we going to have fun and we going to save the world at the same time.
But out of all of this situation, this guy has effectively disappeared off of the internet. Law enforcement has effectively, killed the search, if there was even a search. But guys like this, creepos like this, I think ultimately resurface after a while anyways. But it's one of those things where I feel like this is a great, great example of what happens when the internet goes rampant with an investigation, clearly for clout's sake, and not to really make the world a better place. If this guy was truly guilty of bad things, being weird around children, unfortunately, that information might have been completely deleted because of how the internet, and at least this Reddit, has responded to this actual investigation. But yeah, you know, at least in one situation, you can say for sure Kiwi Farms was at least actually investigating this guy. They actually did, in like, what, 4 weeks of them researching this situation? They've done more effort than the fucking Reddit involved. Crazy shit. But ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe.
I didn't know what I saw, but I love you, Mudahar. Yeah, I don't know if the dude's locked. I mean, he's probably not even locked up at all, bro. At all. But chat, that's going to be it. I got a haircut in a little bit. Got to get ready for that. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching the stream. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll get on stream. Don't worry. Tomorrow's a... Oh my God, I'm getting botted now. Why? What? That's so random. It's about to end stream, bro. Don't test that bitch ass bot on me. Test it on somebody else, bro. I don't want that shit. But chat, I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in tomorrow. Fuck, he's still going again. I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody.